Is that a YouTube live stream? Huh? How? What is this? Hello? Who are you? Who are you people? I just finished my milkshake. I mean, my protein shake. I mean, my smoothie. I'll be right back. Hello. Hey. Hi. It's me. Hi. Pixels, hello. I've got a question for you that's gonna blow your socks off. So, none of you may know, and yes, none of you besides Pixels may know this one little factoid. This little factoid that me and Pixels know. It has been a normal thing. Oh, sorry, my audio. There we go. It has been a normal thing. Oh, my headphones aren't even plugged in. Oh boy. It has been a pretty normal thing for me to take the scrap, the quote-unquote, yeah, I'm doing quotes, the fodder that Pixels has left behind. Alright? It's been a thing, right? I took on a project that he held dear, but no longer could attend to. That project was called Soul, and Soul is actually coming out really soon. Sooner than you think. I've got big plans for it. And yeah, basically, we have a question, because my buddy, my best bud, my best buddy, Pixels YT, made this post. So, let's read it together, shall we? I feel like we should read it together. Alright, let me make my mic like that. Blah, blah, blah. Let's read it as... Hypno. Okay. So, yeah. I memed about this a few days ago. Oh, you cannot. Well, we'll do origin. So, yeah. I memed about this a few days ago, but I think it's actually time to address what happened to the Spectrum. First off, school and all my other projects got in the way of working on it. Those things kept me from working on the Spectrum at all. It was kind of buried. Eventually, it stopped, or well, I stopped. Forgot about it. Honestly, the writing wasn't the best. At the time, I just wanted to wing it, with no clear direction of story. So maybe it's a good thing that it's cancelled. It can kind of just rest now. Also, it was canonically the past of OG SQ. Also, Cursed World coming soon! Now, you're probably saying, Daniel, where are you going with this? Why are you talking about the Spectrum like that? You're probably going to say, Daniel, are you planning on stealing the Spectrum from Pixel's nose right there? Well, actually, not stealing it, but if Pixels would so kindly let me, I would like ownership of the Spectrum. I already took Soul. Basically, I went on this little monologue before starting the stream where I pick up the broken pieces of things that people leave behind or would otherwise be discarded. As a kid, I was always the kid to pick up the toy that nobody else played with, even if it looked horrible, because I saw something special in that. Just like I saw potential and speciality in Soul, I see that in the Spectrum. And we still have a lot of the skins, and I remember some of the story. So, basically, I'm just saying, what if I took a crack at it and, tried to see if I could do anything with it, Not to the extent of Soul, where basically I'd be remaking the whole thing. But kind of just like, what if I were to just do, like, the Spectrum? I would ask you a few questions, basically, and you'd be like, hey, yeah, this is our story. And yeah. Or I could just remake the story we already had. And there's Pixels in chat going, And I don't know if that's a good, Okay, so, oh no. He's remaking the Spectrum. That's why he's not gonna let me. But also, I remember it was a part of OG Savior Quest, so I wasn't sure if that meant it was a part of Morality, because Morality is still gonna happen. I actually have plans to bring it back. It's just gonna be more of a single player series, not connected. If you want, you could have a point of view in Morality. We just wouldn't see each other. Oh, okay. The original Spectrum has a planned conclusion, which will be explained in Cursed World. Alright, that makes sense. Also, I'm really excited for Cursed World, because it's gonna... Savior Quest was our first attempt at actually making a Steve series that wasn't based on anything else. But, there's a but. I like butts. Everyone likes butts. Unless the butt is bad. Then we don't like bad butts. Guys, wanna go fishing? Wanna go fishing, guys? What I will give you permission to do is take your own spin on it. So basically, kind of like an alternate continuation. Ooh, yes! Yeah. Or kind of like Double Quest, right? Where it's like the original series, Crystal Quest, but it's still its own thing that couldn't be connected. I will happily do that. The one problem is, I'm pretty sure I would need a different name for it. So, if you want, we could take a crack at making a name real quick. I'd be happy to take my own continuation from it. Just imagine I make this and it's my best Steve series yet. Oh god. That could totally happen though. That could totally be the truth. Alright. Well, this is gonna have a lot of, what is it called? Blah blah blah. ChatGPT stuff, but at the same time, we're gonna be talking about the future, and I think I just want to talk about projects today and see like what you guys think of ideas that I have. Alright, basically, I was doing some of this last night. Also, I won't be making the Spectrum reboot. I generally don't see a point in it. That's what I was referring to, Pixels. I wanted to make the reboot. Like you did Double Quest and then Double Quest rebooted. I want to do the Spectrum reboot, but call it something else. Because it could totally be really good if it had its own story. Like, if it has a new story that doesn't have anything to do with what it used to be, it could genuinely still work. Have the same premise, the characters, the ideas, but make a different story based around those characters, right? So it's an original product. It's just a partnership between you and I, right? Just like Soul would be. Soul isn't my idea nor my product. It's just something you couldn't make. So you said, hey, you take a crack at it. And so it's a series made by Blue Seed Productions, but created by Blue Seed Productions, but made by Daniel Tube HQ. There we go. That makes sense. Why did I just do a New York accent? Oh my god. What kind of accent does Pixels have? Basically, something I was doing last night is time rewound because Skibbity Toilet and Huggy Wuggy for no reason last time. So basically, Potato finds out he is Pixels. Blah 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 blah. There's a tail being wolf. We're gonna actually undo this. We are going to make so actually, you know what? No. Let's actually do something else. Grimshade Harrower. Ember Wraith. So, I guess we can read some stuff. Where's the Steve thing? We had a Steve one. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about making that sequel and I don't want to. Where's the Steve? Oh, there we are. Red Steve, unidentified identity. So, let's, okay. Hey, ChatGPT. GPT. I wanna test your knowledge. Okay. Who is Fabre my sabre? Favor my saber. Okay. Let's think about this. What is Rainbow Quest? What is the Minecraft YouTube show I'm trying to get it to talk about Steve so that way we don't have to prime it with information. Or, you know what? We could just go on Steve. We could go on Rainbow Quest Wiki. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Type in Rainbow Quest. Wiki. But we want Favor My Saber. Basically, I just want the whole story without having to type it all out. So that way we could prime it with Steve content and we keep feeding it that. I want this to be for when we need information or ideas for Steve stuff. Why are you trying to... No, I'm not trying to say that. Favre mi sabre. Sabar. Okay. There we go. We're gonna just feed it the entire plot. Jordan. How do I find... How would I find the plot of Rainbow Quest? I would assume people have the whole plot on here. I assumed people would have the plot. Like, it seems like something these crazy people would do, right? Oh, you disappoint me. Okay. That's not okay. What is the plot to the Minecraft series known as Rainbow Quest. Fandom.com has it. What is this? What is happening? Oh, this is so... Okay. Now this is what we're looking for. But do they have everything? Oh, I feel nauseous. I feel weird. Where is it? I just... Dude, I don't want to have to teach... Okay. We need to... Pixels, can you write some stuff about Steve's? And, like, can you overall just write stuff? Because I'm going to feed it a lot real quick. Okay. Okay, Mr. GPT. I will be your teacher. This is the plot to Rainbow Quest Ep 1. Okay. Steves are entities of pure energy. They come in many species such as chromatics, biomes, ores, etc. Good. Keep it going. We're gonna make the ultimate chat GPT. Also, no, that can be pretty cool is if we ask... Oh my gosh. They have every episode on here. No. Let me go to the wiki, please. I'm also gonna... well, this is just for any Steve idea. Main character. Okay, no, so we're not gonna give me that. You're not gonna give me anything. How did I find... Okay. And I'm gonna just teach it how the series ended. Okay. Why can't I actually see the plot? Okay, but why would you spend this much time on it to not make... What is with this dude? We don't care about this dude. Okay, fine. Let's talk about... Okay, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. What are the Minecraft entities known as Steves? Okay, that's not helpful. What is the Steve Saga?
According to Reddit.com, timeline order is Steve Saga Origins, Steve Saga Continued, Virus Series / Space Saga. Then Rainbow Quest is a separate universe, so the order goes Rainbow Quest or Steve Legends, either works. Then after that is Twisted Rainbow, which is after Rainbow Quest.
Perfect. So, let's ask it about the Steve Saga. Sarah, okay. What do you know about the Steve Saga? Question mark. Related to Minecraft. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm gonna... about Steve's. La 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 la. These are entities of pure energy. They are characters within the video game, the stories that people make in the video game Minecraft. Alright, so we're going to teach it enough just so that way we can ask it to help create Steve stuff. Pixels, what would you say the typical story for a Steve series is? Can you go ahead and write what you think that is? But of course, those, you know what, I'm not just gonna yet say, but of course those aren't the only types. I'm gonna tell it everything that is confirmed, and then I'm gonna say, but of course you can create anything. Anything can be a Steve type. There we go. There we go. Alright. It's learning. It's learning. The Ore Steves are diamond and emerald. But of course, any think of could be a Steve. You use, how about you use what you've learned to create the Steve. You should also say that there can be other entities. Lava Steve. See? It's doing good. It's doing good. But we're gonna have to teach it about other Steves like Origin and like Void, who aren't specifically elements. So if you could write some stuff about like those, like Infinity, the First Curse, Origin. So, Lava Steve is born from the depths of volcanic regions in Minecraft. Its body is composed of molten lava, giving it a fiery and dynamic appearance. This Steve is known for its intense heat and ability to manipulate and control lava flows. Good job. Good. Okay. I'll just say Shadows. I won't say Shadow Saber. We're training an AI specifically to make Steve content. The typical story of Steve series is a Steve or a player trying to save the Steves from an evil. There we go. It's got this. There are also civilizations. There are also civilizations. There's also fairy tales / folklore that Steves tell about their histories. It's going ham. They also developed the systems of kings, apprentices, blacksmiths, guards, etc. We're going ham. We're teaching it everything. There can also be non-Steve entities. So, I'm going to teach it about how to make a non-Steve entity. Shadow players. We didn't write prophecies. It wrote prophecies. Ancient artifacts. So I can't tell if it knows. I can't tell if it knows anything. Right? Because it has guardians / protectors. Prophecies. Like, does it know who I am? I was the only one who did, like, an actual prophecy. Right? Which I understand isn't exactly gone into a lot in Crystal Quest. But that's still coming. Don't worry about that. The First Curse. This ancient entity could be a malevolent force that predates the Steves. Its origin may be tied to the creation myths of folklore in Minecraft world. Protagonists could uncover its history as they progress through their quest. Pretty much accurate. Pixels, keep typing. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Alright, we're basically using this so that way if we ever need to, we can come up with infinite Steve ideas. Okay, so... I just opened the code. There's Genesis and Dream who are considered creators. Sorry, yeah, I'm back, by the way. What kind of Steve, like Genesis or Dream, could you come up with? Harmony Steve. Amazing. Yep. Alright. Steve's like Dread Steve. There's alright. There's also Steve's like Dread Steve's. Alright, so after Dread Steve, there's also Steves that don't have a specific element or pigment. I'm going to read it a lot of my characters as well that I've come up with. What kind of Steve could you think of? What kind of Steve could you think of? Like these last few. Celestial Steve. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, if you want to do a little bit on players as well, that would be helpful. Steves that have one or more soul. Be like a type of Steve. Broken Steve pretty much has that same thing. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So I'm going to open up Skin Seed. Because that's where I keep some of my Steve stuff. There are players such as Daniel, Pixels, Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna open up Skin Seed, and I'll write some of my lore. Okay. There's also meta level Steves. Steves have transcended their reality to an almost godlike level. These are such as morality, the solace, the forbidden one, dark demon, demon, and let me give one more example of mine. And Code Steve. You could come up with one. Ethereal Weaver. No. Sorry. It has to have Steve in the name. I'm just gonna say, okay, you tried. Okay, you tried. Let's give it origin. Well, I'm not gonna say it. He is the direct creator. I'll say he is usually the creator. Is usually the creator and core of all Steves. Okay, I feel like we need a little more on. Okay. Steve series names. could one be? How about something simpler? Crafted rounds. That's interesting. I like that. Is there any other really important things that we need to say? Before we give it the task to create a Steve series? Already existing series are Crystal Quest, Rainbow Quest, Twisted Rainbow, Steve Leg Ends, Multiverse Quest, Savior Quest, what? I'm not gonna explain what was already existing. It's fine. Are there any important things that we need to tell it before we ask it to create anything? I get to read Crystal Quest's next episode after this, though. We've taught it a lot about Steve's. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead. Steve series. Do you think you could write me a plot for a Steve series using this knowledge? No lead. Leave the name blank. Title blank. In the vast and okay. So it doesn't know what any of it means, right? Because it thinks, one, Alex is the main character. How are we supposed to do that? And it's taking its own fan creations. It's doing what we need. It's just not doing what we should have told it to do. Like, in the Origin Steve, creator of all Steves, the balance of realms is upheld by elders, wise and powerful Steves who guide their communities and preserve. That's pretty good, right? One day, the narrative following a young Steve named Alex. Okay. Maybe we should just let the Steve stuff. Maybe we should just leave the Steve stuff to us. Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. Let's just leave the Steve. What is this? Freddy Fazbear? Holy shit, it's Freddy Fazbear. What? But yeah, it seems to not understand, but it is an AI, so we did apparently what we tried. We may not have succeeded at all. Okay. Well, we tried. We're fine. We'll probably refine it. Now, let's get to the part where I read you a bedtime story. I think that would be quite nice. Wait, I have a note in here that just says PlayStation $9.99, Xbox $16.99. I am not selling my PlayStation for $9.99. Who wrote that? What are you talking about? Okay. CQ. Alright. Let's go. Episode 6. Daniel and Green make it to the Yellow Kingdom. They beat up Nightmare Steve, and he's so confused. He says he didn't send any Steves to do that, and they will pay. Nightmare says he believes the previously incarcerated Professor Yellow is behind this. He states that he has a secret lab, and maybe it's there. Daniel and Nightmare go out, with Green being the temporary king. Daniel and Nightmare are in the... Act 2, sorry. Daniel and Nightmare are in the middle of an unknown desert. They get to talking, and Nightmare states how he's dissatisfied with the state of the kingdom, and asks if Daniel noticed the growing amounts of infected Steves. He then asks if Daniel knows why he's infected. He explains, go into more detail, it says this in quotes, but I became infected by something nobody believed in. Advanced darkness. I absorbed it, but there was a cost. Some say it was my sanity, but the truth is, he takes off his armor and says, it was my heart. Then they talk some more. Daniel explains what he remembers of his story, such as him coming to this world, not knowing any of this, yet it feeling completely familiar. This creature, this spirit, heartless. It had told Daniel that he belonged here in this world, but Daniel didn't know what to think of it. Daniel certainly didn't believe it. He explains how... Nightmare explains how about the darkness and what it's like in his mind, and how it makes him want to do things he doesn't want to do. He explains how the Glutechnic also want him. Which I really like that. That's really good. Act 3. Daniel and Nightmare eventually get there, and Nightmare looks at Daniel and says, "We just have to get past that guard." Daniel, looking over at the guard, who's just an armor stand with King's Guard armor, and starts walking straight up to it while Nightmare's freaking out. "What are you doing, you idiot?" Daniel takes off the armor and wears it, telling Nightmare Steve now they can both enter freely. They enter, and go down a flight of stairs into a big room, which holds several machines, doors with signs and buttons. Nightmare tells Daniel to try and find where the guards went, and that he'd be behind him soon. Daniel finds a room titled Champion, and enters it. This is where it gets lit. This is where it gets it, and you're, like, you guys are gonna be like, yo, that ending. Also, yeah, we still have 3 acts after this, because this is the longest episode I've ever written. Act 4. Daniel follows the hallway connected to the doorway, and ends up in a large and open room. The room has a big machine inside of it. That Steve was the red Steve from episode 4, though it doesn't really look red anymore. The Steve should be nonverbal and stand still. Daniel sees a chest, with hoppers infusing it into the machine, and it looks inside to see that there's bottles containing darknesses of different types, and an empty glass bottle called Sample 1. He wants to take them out, but is unsure of what to do, and if something would go wrong. He makes a note to ask Nightmare Steve later. Daniel continues on to another room labeled Cells, and sees a yellow Steve in one of the cells. Daniel frees him and is pushed into the cell by the Steve, and watches as he runs off. Now trapped, he got Crystal Quest. Yep. Now trapped, Daniel calls out for Nightmare. Act 5. Nightmare Steve walks into the room looking towards the ground the whole time. Daniel exclaims how he's so glad he's here, and that he explains, "There's a Steve, and he trapped me in here." Nightmare looks up to him and says, "To think you were supposed to save them. To save the Steves." Daniel, in concern, tries to get Nightmare to let him out. In life, we're faced with many choices. Daniel, who seems angry again, tries to confront Nightmare. "At first, I wanted to protect my kingdom, thinking you were a threat. But I see now that you're the answer. I never wanted to hurt you. They made me. But now they're telling me that you're in the way." Daniel is shocked and tries to get Nightmare to listen. "And if what you said is true, then I believe you truly are the prophecy." And this right here is where Nightmare goes into a little bit about the prophecy, right? Nightmare, so I'm writing that down now. Nightmare explains the prophecy. The prophecy to Daniel. Yes, exactly. The whole point of it is that we're trying to make you feel bad for Nightmare. We're making him a villain, but we're making him have a purpose for being a villain. Every time, even in Steve Saga, right? Steve Saga Nightmare eventually became a good guy. He became a normal yellow Steve. So I want to try to recapture that, except in the Steve Saga, there was no reason to feel bad for him, right? He was just evil for so long. But if we have Nightmare Steve actually be like, if we have him be a sympathetic character, I really think we could do some good with him. So, at the end, it says, Nightmare explains the prophecy to Daniel. Daniel, who is now panicking, explains to Nightmare that nobody explains anything and is constantly vague. So this is Act 6, sorry. I mean, Elemental was in control of him in Steve Saga. Yeah, but at the same time, here's the thing. Not at the beginning. I guarantee you Saber didn't have Elemental. You could say that, but Saber did not have Elemental in the story then, right? And even then, for a little bit after that, Nightmare still was evil. Just a little bit, but he was. That counts. Act 6. Daniel, who is now panicking, explains to Nightmare that nobody ever explains anything and is constantly vague. He stated that the red angry guy explained how the darkness was created, but was vague and that he didn't understand anything. Lightning strikes around the two of them. The one guy who explained anything has been taken by the darkness now. The prophecy... So... Okay, this right here, right? What I'm about to tell you, Pixels, you're gonna probably be like, yo, no fucking way. So I have to put Nightmare explains the prophecy. Alright. Now, should I actually read this? Like, I don't think you can handle what I'm about to read. Should I read it? Do you actually want to hear what I have to say? Because it is crazy. Okay. So, Nightmare explains the prophecy. The prophecy comes in two parts, Daniel. One that will heal the balance of Steve's. Daniel looks at Nightmare Steve in a state of confusion. The other will bring chaos and make the darkness stronger. Lightning strikes around Daniel as he starts to change, and his arm now has yellow on it. Act 7. I believe that you can save the Steves, Daniel. This isn't you. It's the darkness. So you will save the Steves, Daniel. How? He asks. By sacrifice. Nightmare kills Daniel, and Daniel's dead now. No more Daniel. There you go. There you go. Booyah. Dude. Yes. Yep. That's it. That's the end. No, I'm not joking. That's the end. He's dead. I'm not writing anything. Don't worry about that. Oh, but hey, look at that. It says post-credit scene. Post-credit scene. Daniel wakes up. Right? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Daniel wakes up. He's not dead. In Broken Steve's prison. End episode. If we play our cards right, that is gonna be such a moment on actual, like, dude, you wrote. Here's the thing. You wrote episode 5. I wrote episode 6. You wrote, I think, the first arc of episode 6, but I wrote the rest of it. And dude, was it so worth it. We should totally write a Crystal Quest episode. What are your thoughts, though? After this, things are going to get really interesting. But also, if you remember the original Crystal Quest, when Daniel enters Broken Steve's prison, right? So at the end of the episode, right? Daniel dies and ends up in Broken Steve's prison. If you remember in the original not Steve's Saga, if you remember in the original Crystal Quest, some certain character was created in there because Daniel was trapped there. I'm not confirming anything about episode 7, but it's very likely. Also, the second time Nightmare has killed a player main character. It's very likely we see a fan favorite character get in the story really soon. But that seems more like a season 2 thing if I had to guess. I don't know. But you could go ahead and create him, right? I don't know. Dark? No, not Dark. I said fan favorite character. What are you talking? I meant Daniel lore character. I meant Crystal Quest original character. Come on, Pixels. No. Also, if you don't remember, there was a Red Steve covered in darkness who, yes, anti. There you go. But also, yeah, Dark's also getting created. So, Dark gets created this episode. We see Dark in this episode, which is very fun. I have a design. I'm going to show you the design for Dark Steve. I'm going to leak that early because I'm feeling like it. So, while that was the original thing, Anti-Steve is not going to be a thing in this one. The thing is, we're gonna wait to do Anti. We will show Anti being thought of, basically, in Episode 7, but he will not be in Episode 7. Episode 7 is most likely gonna start in the, it's gonna start in the Broken Steve prison, where Daniel basically has to talk with Broken Steve, finally figuring out why he stalked him all this time, and then Broken's like, you really don't know. You don't know the last time someone was here. Last time someone like you was here, we ended up like this. We? And then the other Broken Steve shows up. We. Basically, I feel like that's also hinting at another player previously event in the universe. But yeah, Dark Steve. That's rude. What? You're not acting like you're the one that did that, are ya? Bah. Pixels having done that? Bah. I didn't do nothing wrong. Pixels, you literally killed them. I mean, oh. Come on, no. Nothing. Yeah, you're right. Nothing wrong. It was all that Orpal guy. Pixels seems to be a multiverse target, though. That's pretty interesting. No, but really, where's my Dark Steve? Also, Dark Steve looks frickin' different in Crystal Quest. He looks sick. I do plan on doing some interesting things, though. All I'll say is this isn't your average Dark Steve. I'm just trying to innovate from Steve content, right? If I'm gonna do Steve content, I'm going to make it innovative and make it better. Right? Every time that I do it, I want to make it a lot better. Void is a walking corpse. I suppose I could give you a leak. I could read you some character names. Like, he's actually a walking corpse. That's where you're wrong. Void is actually Dread. In Rainbow Quest canon, Void Steve is actually Dread. You can't convince me he's not. I'm telling you, canonically, Void Steve is Dread. Mm-hmm. Ooh, me, blush, blush, blush. I would like to see you fight me on that, though. I want to see what you'd have to say to that. There we go, Dark Steve. The red Steve is Dark Steve, Pixels. Ivo. The robots have learned my freaking name. There we go. We got Dark Boy. This isn't... All I'll say is, hopefully, if we play our cards right in the story, this isn't the only form Dark Steve will take, per se. Okay. That's Dark. Yep. That's how he's gonna look when we first see him. I really appreciate how he looks. It took me some time to figure that out. Make that. But while we're on the topic of Steve content, I wonder if I have thought of any Steve content ideas while I was away from Steve content. I want to maybe talk about some of that. You have Crystal Chronicles, which is gonna get pretty cool. Pixel's gonna be in it, at least for one episode. It's gonna be really cool. Crystal Chronicles is basically my attempt at rebooting my Steve saga, if you would. Which I would. But then you also have Steve Saga Prime, which is a thing Pixels is making, which is really good. So let's go to that. I want to talk about that. I think that's pretty interesting. Victory Royale, my friend. Sticking out your gap for the Whistler. You're so skibbity. You're so fed up tags. It's fine. Because honestly, I want it to be as best quality as it can. And I don't, not to be rude, I don't think it's been the best quality that we could make it. I think we could definitely do a lot better. But that's neither one of our faults. I'm just saying, I think we could both make it better by taking time. Think of it like this. You know how we record separate scenes for certain videos? Like BSP, we don't record every scene all at once. I feel like if we took that approach with the Steve Saga Prime, it would be interesting. Characters, ideas, Void's arc, someone's arc. It's already fine. They already know. You already spoiled it. Soiled it. So this one's very interesting. I like this series. I'm going to talk about this for a second. Also, new intro, specifically for BSP. BBS. BSB. BBS. Birth by Sleep. What? Where am I? What is this? Whoa. That's, This style took me a long time to figure out.
Yeah, is that touchable?
So many cuts.
What is happening? That looks
Every
like
scene
space.
was lined up.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. Oh! Wait, I can stand on it. I can walk on space? What's this? Ow! Ow! Oh! Fire! Water! Water, please! Water! Help! Somebody!
Lightning doesn't set trees on fire in Minecraft.
This is crazy. Is this a dream? This feels strange. Kind of like I'm asleep, but I feel...
Every scene was
different. I don't feel like this is a dream. I just feel like I'm asleep. Maybe I'm dead? No.
So the reason Daniel's not freaking out, especially he doesn't freak out about meeting Dream Steve, is that he's literally asleep. So to him, this is all just like a dream. Like a lucid dream. Like he's controlling it, right? Pretty much. Think of it like that. We'll get to EOC's trailer, which is coming really soon, I promise. I just have to find a certain skin that I need. I can't find one that I need, so I'll have to find a replacement. But since we're on the topic of Steve content, Crystal Chronicles is going to be
What
a really good
is
series.
up, boys and girls? I started a new Minecraft world. I am sick or something right now, so my voice kind of hurts, but well, might as well try to do some stuff while I can.
Minecraft Steven.
Oh, wait, what the heck? That changed blue. Okay, I like that. Okay, so I've gotten some stuff prepared, as you guys can see.
Oh, I can
Actually,
totally read you the
right
next
now.
episode.
I've already got wooden set of tools. I'm gonna kill this llama, and he's not gonna spit on me at all. What's wrong, llama? You too scared to spit on me? Yeah, that's what I thought, llama. Llama was a white. Hey, what?
man built that
Okay,
island.
that's weird. I mean, I know that I know that. Sorry, I got interrupted. I know that floating islands are normal in Minecraft, but that one looks a little bit different. I can't tell. Oh.
I love the music. I love the style.
So, I know I'm freaking out. It's really nothing. See, it's just dirt. Wait a second. That's coarse.
Quiet? Oh, why am I quiet? Oh, I'm okay.
Dirt.
Is that better?
It's just.
Test. Yeah, it should be better.
That's coarse, dude. Oh yeah. By the way, I got a new skin.
Should be better.
It's, a remake of my original 120.
Alright. So basically, let's skip to the point where you guys saw him in the thumbnail. Nightmare Steve. Which, this was actually really hard to do by myself, right? This was a really hard series to make. But it was so much fun. It felt like watching a Steve Saga episode.
Just look at that island. It's so cool. I want that island.
Making this just felt like I was watching a Steve Saga episode.
And just we'll match it. Bed. A spawn. Added my own the items 3D.
So, something I just bought, and it's gonna come within the next, sorry, this is related, I promise. Something I bought that's coming within the next week or two. I was thinking about my creepypasta series. Mind you, like the one Saber abandoned. Oh, making one. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. That I would be interested in that, to be honest. Like the Netherbrine one? Or Enderbrine one? That's essentially what EOC is gonna be. It's just more roleplay based rather than I found this random character in Minecraft, so crazy. Oh no, I'm sick. Oh god. I don't know. That's horrible. But I bought a 1 terabyte iPad. So I'm gonna have practical infinite storage for all my games and videos and stuff. So I'll have 2 iPads now. You'll see what I'm referring to when it comes out. I like that. That's very interesting. I want to hear more about that, honestly. I really do. But yeah, I'm going to have 2 iPads now. I'm going to have one for YouTube stuff and one for music. So, yay! 1 terabyte. That's going to be crazy. 1 terabyte worth of YouTube stuff. Which means, you know what that means, guys? We'll be able to record the crew more often because I will actually be able to edit it. And not only edit it, I will be able to record it. Literally every single thing. I'm going to be able to do so much more because of the crew. I mean, because of the new iPad. I'll be able to edit the crew faster, record the crew faster. Okay. Well, he's AFK. I'm going to talk to you about my new sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. And we're going to explain why Raid Shadow Legends is actually a game that I have never played and probably will never play until, here's the thing, until yesterday. Whenever I got sponsored by Raid, they were like, Daniel, I need you to play our game and tell us that you actually like it. You can't just be your theatrical self saying, I hate Raid because they're annoying, right? And so I was like, okay, well, how much am I getting paid? And they said $10 billion. And so I'm like, oh, really, 10 billion? They're like, we could do 5 billion. And then I'm like, how about 20 billion? And they're like, yeah, that works. We'll pay you 20 billion.
Glad I have.
So they paid me $20 billion, and here I am, literally using my $10 billion to get an iPad, right? Which is crazy, because the 1 terabyte iPad was like $1 million or something. I don't know. And, because of that, yeah, because of Raid Shadow Legends, I was able to do so much, and so I have to promote their game and say, their game is Gucci, go play it. And yeah, go play Raid Shadow Legends.
That's it.
Okay, for all of you that are not
That's the end of
Pixels,
the video.
don't tell
I
him
just
I
wanna
ever
build
said
my
that.
first starter house.
If Pixels finds out I said any of that, that'd be so funny.
That weird. That was weird.
I hope he doesn't just have his headphones in, but he's away from keyboard.
Wait, hold on.
Where's Nightmare? Come on. Okay, we're about to summon him. Dun 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 dun.
No, that doesn't seem right. Hold on.
Dun 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 dun.
There's 4 of each of these. Hold on. What is this block?
Yeah, what is this block?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna assume that this will do something. Bro. Ooh, look at me. I'm super on the platform. What is this? What does this do? Oh! This does lightning?
He did lightning!
What the heck? What is this? Alright, well this...
So this is where he summons Nightmare Steve.
Ah! Oh, 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 okay. What is that? What the? This is not normal.
This is not normal. To Pixel saying nobody freaks out about seeing Steve's anymore, this is my response to that.
Ah! Oh, 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 okay. What is that?
Is this the response you wanted, Pixels?
This is not normal.
This is not normal.
This is weird.
What is that? What is that guy?
Dude, I will mess you up. What are you?
I will mess you
What
crap
is
up.
that? Gosh, I should not be screaming right now. What is this thing? What is this thing? What is it doing? Oh goodness, my googly, what, dude? Dude.
Whoa.
Hey. Oh.
So yeah,
Oh.
that's Nightmare Steve.
Hey.
That's my re-envisioning of Steve Saga Nightmare. He looks so sickly awesome, dude. That's Nightmare Steve.
Oh. Okay. No. Okay, wait, I gotta run. I can't go to the house. That thing's gonna find me. What is that? What is that? Bro, what is... Okay, I don't see him. Okay, what is... I'm assuming it's a he. It could be a woman.
Could be a female.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Oh,
It's doing that thing again.
it's blowing crap up.
It's coming closer. I need it at the side.
My name is Nightmare Steve.
Water should be behind me. Oh no. I don't know if it can hear me.
So Nightmare Steve is hunting Daniel. So Nightmare Steve in Crystal Chronicles is going to be much more like a monster. Think of him like Batdar's Ink Demon, where he's just like hunting you at random. That's Nightmare Steve. Also, there is no way he didn't see Daniel in there. He probably did. He probably also at the same time just wanted to hunt him. Okay. We were going to talk about Crystal Quest, I believe. Well, I don't remember why, so we're just gonna go to the EOC trailer. I got a headache. And I don't feel so well. Alright, message me when you're back, Pixels. You back? You back, buddy? You there? Alright, you're back. And good throw. Let's go. I'll watch it all the way through once. We'll watch it all the way through once and then we'll talk about it.
What the? Huh? What? If only you knew the true powers of this world.
I'm so proud of this trailer, dude. It came out so perfectly. Now let's talk about the lore. The lore! Let's be AI Matt Pat. Daniel comes through a portal.
What the? Huh?
As a usual series like this would. Then we have Entity 303. You have to learn to control it, he's saying to Pixels. Also, yes, I gladly redesigned Entity 303 for this. Pixels absorbs Entity 303. In the wasteland. These entities will fall. Westfall? Perhaps Westfall, if they do not work together. The scientist! The scientist. Evil will rise and good will sink. Notice sink stays. Daniel's in a machine by the scientist and is being almost killed, so wonder why. The nightmare will grow. Will only grow, sorry. Nightmare. N-Y-T mare. Nightmare. That's interesting. I think we have our first villain. I think we have our season 1 villain's name. The darkness will only grow, it says.
If only.
Oh, Daniel, if only you knew the true powers of this world. The wrath of Nightmare. Nightmare. And then it's I'm a Boy. So I'm a Boy is gonna be a villain in this one. Which I love, because villain I'm a Boy has always been great. And he's freaking Ghost Rider. Look at that. I'm a Boy is a knight with a skeleton skull. There's gotta be a gruesome story about how I'm a Boy lost his skin, right? That doesn't sound right, but, you know, he literally apparently lost his skin. It looks like Ghost Rider. It looks like he lost his skin, dude. That's crazy. Chaos will reign. So, this could be interpreted as one of two things. Make it low quality and caption it Ghost Rider. Okay. You do it at the same time as me. We'll see who makes the better one. Alright, I have my image of Ghost Rider. Okay. Chaos will reign. This can be taken as one of 2 to 3 things. Chaos will reign, as in, like, some villain will be named Chaos. Or, since rain is red and highlighted, Chaos will reign, as in, like, Rain is gonna be the name of our new villain after Nightmare. Or maybe at the same time. But also, this right here is interesting. We see Daniel with some sort of power armor. Or, like, some sort of suit. But also, I'm a Boy's voice was hot. And then you have Daniel putting on an elytra. Null saying, if it gathers my acolyte, I'll gladly help. And they're at a volcano. Notice they're at a volcano. Forgot to say that. That is a volcano, and it looks like the world is ending. Also, Anti's there, because why not? Why not my baby boy? Also, there was lore. There was some Herobrine lore. Thus together we can stop nightmares we can stop the nightmares. The darkness. So, I really like this. It paints Herobrine as the hero, right? The alleged savior of this multiverse. But also this. Step forth, Daniel, the acolyte of the hero. From the soul. So, I'm guessing the soul is this guy. So, those of you who know this man, know this is, this guy is a villain not to be messed with. We don't like this guy. This is Annihilus, or Annihilation. He appears in almost every universe at this point, except for Steve universes. Also, I wonder if you could see what's striking Daniel. It's Entity 303, by the way. Oh no, Pixels actually did it. Ghost Rider. Pixels actually made a video on it. I'm just gonna make it a community post, but no, Daniel. This is the surprise. You are powerless. They are the balance between reality. It's quite simple. I want you as my avatar, or acolyte. I bet you Noel is gonna feel like that funny dad that comes back every once in like 15 years. But you love to see him every 15 years. Otherwise, you just feel forgotten and hated by him. They are. Let's do this, Noel. Entities of control. That trailer kicks absolute ass. It is so good so far. But that's not the only trailer I've done within the past little bit. This right here, I don't think we've covered this, but it is so exciting. Originally, I was going to do Season 2 and Season 3, but I figured, why not just make Westfall Manor 2 and 3 instead, so that way they can be their own separate events without having to be like, oh, like, so that way basically you're rewarded for watching everything else in between, but you're not gonna get in trouble for not doing that. Yeah. I want to reward people for watching everything, but I don't want to say, you can't just not watch everything. You have the manor. And then you have some sort of flip side manor. And trailer 1, it's called trailer 1, and it's called Burn the Manor. But look at that. This seems to be some sort of flip side, some sort of upside down, if you would. Maybe. Perhaps. Nobody. Maybe so. And it's flashing between the two logos. You see Daniel. And then nobody's there on this side. You've come looking for him, but you already know he's dead. The basement. And also, I'll look at Daniel's new outfit. He wants to go through the portal. Westfall Manor 2, the other side. Entity 303. First it was Herobrine, now it's 303. And it's the same as Entities of Creation 303. Why are we going through the woods? That feels a little random. Coming soon. That's rather interesting. I wonder if there was lore behind those woods. I wonder what that means. Have we gone over Twisted Curse's trailer? I don't remember. This is the funniest crap ever. Hold on. We're gonna go to Pixel's channel after this.
You're so cute. So little.
Okay, Poppy.
Very interesting video.
Poppy Z Blossom.
Want an interesting video? That's it. Oh, you got a Poppy on your... Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's probably why she calls herself Poppy.
Poppy Blossom. I don't...
Why Blossom, though? That don't make sense. Poppy Z Blossom.
Sorry.
Also, Daniel, are you planning on adding new lore characters? Yes. Yeah, I do plan on it. I mean, we had I'm a Boy, right? The last original character was I'm a Boy before Poppy. So I have to make at least 2 to 3 new original characters. And don't worry, I've been cooking. I've got some ideas, and they're gonna knock your socks off. Hopefully, I don't know if we will. I don't know if we'll introduce them in the same way we've introduced Poppy. Like she had a basically, she tried to attack the channel, but who knows? Maybe there's a channel takeover coming.
Talking a lot. You're probably freaking out. You're probably gonna yell at me. Don't yell at me, please. All right. Okay. Just do whatever you must.
She looks familiar.
Netherite, dude. Whatever you put on here, whatever the Beppy is.
What is Beppy?
You know what? I gotta ask. What is a
What is a Beppy?
Beppy? What is a Beppy?
So, some of you might remember the original I'm a Boy meeting video where he made me fight a Poppy Z Blossom versus the Second Amendment. Okay, Pixels, what is the Second Amendment? What is the Second Amendment, huh? That's funny, though. That's the funniest crap ever.
Do not worry about it.
Do not worry about it.
No, I
What is Beppy?
Dude! Mr. Pig, do you know what a Beppy is? Alright, I'm good. You want to spawn this thing? You want to do this?
Daniel versus Beppy. Poppy versus the Second Amendment.
Is that smart?
Stop asking me questions. My brain is fried right now.
Okay. No, I already don't like this.
I want to eat. I want to eat that,
like
right?
this. Okay.
Yes, we had Gerald and John, or whatever his name was.
Do your thing.
I think so. It was might not have been Gerald.
I'm so scared right now. This is.
We had something in John.
What is a Beppy? Oh no.
It was like the weird Enderman and the giant, the small pig.
You friendly? Whoa, that is it. That's not a Beppy, is it? That's like
That's
an
a-
LA, dude.
That's a Peppy.
I think your add-on doesn't work. Was it supposed to be aggressive?
Where I'm a boy succeeded in killing Daniel, Poppy failed. Peppy! And then Peppy just dips.
That just said Beppy, right? Is Beppy huge or something?
Beppy's like a sheep. Beppy's...
That was Beppy. Wow, this is very much unlike what I thought this would be.
Get good, Poppy. You can't kill me if you
I
tried.
genuinely thought you were gonna actually try to kill me, but I mean,
Wow. That's impressive. Next thing she's gonna do is summon like a wither, right?
I mean, oh, wow.
Oh no.
No.
Poppy, no!
Haha, it's peaceful.
Oh, thank
You
goodness.
just can't do anything. Why the Beppy thing did it. Oh. Yeah, no, you're still doing it wrong. Oh my goodness. This is good content.
Whatever the LA is.
Oh, no! Oh, no! No! I know what you're gonna do with it now! Oh, no! 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 Don't do this! Don't do this! Kill them! No! Don't! No! No! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! No, Poppy, what are you doing? Oh my God! This is down! It's just like the Ender Dragon! Oh no! Go! Go! Go!
So, you may be saying, when will Daniel reveal the next character? When I make the skin, to be honest, but, never. Maybe sometime. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here. I got a headache, and I gotta do some work. Maybe record some stuff, watch some things. Let's leave it with a sad outro.
So basically,
Sad outro. Doesn't leave. I just want him to know that we're gonna be okay. Ah! Lucy Productions. Be on the flip side. We'll be waiting to welcome you home. Sad. All right.
a good fit for the client.
I think we need some music, some like hyper music. We need something not sad. I know what to do, but I don't have the strength to do it. All right. Da, 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 da. All right, let's do our outro. Apple bottom jeans. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And of course, I will see you all la 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 next time